Chapter 1 of Rebel Spurs. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Richard Kilmer, Rio Medina, Texas. Rebel Spurs by Andre Norton. Chapter 1. Even the coming of an autumn dusk could not subdue the color of this land. Shadows here were not gray or black. They were violet and purple. The crumbling adobe walls were laced by strings of crimson peppers, vivid in the torch and lantern light. It had been this way for days, red and yellow, violet, colors he had hardly been aware existed back in the cool green silver gray brown of Kentucky. So this was Tubacca. The rider shifted his weight in the saddle and gazed about him with watchful interest. Back in '59, this had been a flourishing town, well on its way to prominence in the Southwest. The mines in the hills behind producing wealth, the fact that it was a watering place on two cross-country routes, the one from Tucson down into Sonora of Old Mexico, the other into California, had all fed its growth. Then the war, the withdrawal of the army, the invasion of Sibley's Confederate forces which had reached this far in the persons of Howard's Arizona Rangers, and most of all the raiding, vicious, deadly, and continual by Apaches and outlaws, had blasted Tubacca. Now, in the fall of 1866, it was a third of what it had been, with a ragged fringe of dilapidated adobes crumbling back into the soil. Only this heart core was still alive in the dusk. Smell, a myriad of smells, some to tickle a flat stomach, others to wrinkle the nose. Under the rider the big stud moved, tossed his head, drawing the young man's attention from the town back to his own immediate concerns. The animal he rode, the two he led, were, at first glance, far more noticeable than the dusty rider himself. His saddle was cinched about the barrel of a big gray colt, one that could not have been more than 5 years old, but showed enough power and breeding to attract attention in any horse-conscious community. Here was a thoroughbred of the same blood which had pounded racetracks in Virginia and in Kentucky to best all comers. Even now, after weeks on the trail, with a day's burden of alkali dust
Sample complete. Ready to continue?